In this video we will do a full timeline breakdown of my recent Zoet Grand Prix after movie. We will cover the effects that I've used, sound effects, transitions. I will show you how I generated some AI videos to use for transitions and my ending sequence. And I will share a little bit of the thought process that went into the video that glues everything together. If you haven't seen it, I will drop a link in the description, and otherwise we can jump straight into the timeline. Let's start with the intro sequence here. The first part consists of several shots of just 5 frames each, so it's fast paced, a lot of stuff is going on right away to grab the attention. For the shots for the intro sequence, I chose a shot of this particular smoking man, then this Aston Martin badge, then this man with a funny mustache, then this is a guy who rates cars with his particular hat, and then another Ferrari kind of close-up shot where they are just covering a Ferrari, which creates altogether some sense of curiosity, so the people will watch the video. All in literally half a second. So this is just half a second. What I did to enhance these shots was to create a zoom in effect and added some motion blur. So without this effect, it just would look boring like this. So how did I do it? We go to effects, toolbox adjustment clip, and you can drop your adjustment clip right here. Then you select your adjustment clip, you go to fusion, and then here you can do shift command space and add a transform node. I'm gonna delete this one. I will show you what I did here. If you go to the controls panel, I went to the first frame here. I added a keyframe. I went to the last frame, added another keyframe, and I zoomed in here. You can also change the location of your zoom manually here. And then I went to settings and I added motion blur, shutter angle to 360 degrees. And that will create the zoom in together with the motion blur. Perfect for your opening sequence. Then you can simply hit Option and copy it on top of your other clips. You might have to adjust the zoom, but that's fairly easy. For this shot, I did two different things. First, I tracked this emblem here so it stays locked in the center. For this, we select the clip and then we go to Fusion. Make sure you select your actual clip, not the adjustment clip. You go to somewhere in the middle. You select the emblem, translation, set, and then you go left and completely right throughout the whole clip. And then you select either stabilize or steady, see which one looks best. It will look something like this. And if you have some black borders, you simply want to zoom in your clip a little bit. And then again, I added an adjustment clip and I added the zoom blur effect. Then you will get something like this. And here I added this shot from the F-16s. And then I wanted to put the text behind the airplanes. So what I did was to hit Option and Shift to copy my clip. And then I simply made it into a new compound clip. And then under that compound clip, I added the text. To make the text appear behind the airplanes, I simply went to the Fusion page. And here you can use Magic Mask. So again, Magic Mask, Shift Command Spacebar. And then here I added plus. You tap whatever you want to mask out. And then you simply hit this button and it will track it left and right. So it will mask it out. And then the text will appear behind the planes. Here for the transition, I added a simple solid color, which then I faded in and out. And I set the composite mode to luminosity. For the sound effects here, I used a few simple sound effects, which I got from Epidemic Sounds and a mix of ocular sounds. So here we have some camera rattle, winding up film camera. we have the camera winding from Epidemic Sounds. So if we listen to them separately, it sounds like this. Very basic, yet very simple and effective. And here I added a whoosh because we have this speed ramp effect. So here we have the whooshes combined. And then I added this Falcon sound effect for the airplane. And I added some people talking in the distance. And that's our opening sequence. I literally edited this opener sequence and puzzled it all together. It took me probably 2 hours or 1 hour at least, and I got 3 seconds. Anyway, it's important, it sets the tone for your entire video. Then up next, I chose for this tilt down shot because we go from the sky to this tilted down shots showcasing all these red Porsches and the Ferrari F40 right there. Here I used a similar solid color as this one, also luminosity, and I decreased the opacity. And here I used a simple non-additive dissolve video transition on top. You can go to video transitions and hover over the effect to see a preview, and then you simply drop it in. That creates this one. And I added an old shoot sound effect, which I think I have from 4 Edits Platinum bundle. Then if we continue, we have a short sequence of the red cars right here, and we move over to the black Lamborghini. Here I included an AI generated video actually, because I wanted to bring in some mystery, some sort of dramatic shot to kind of enhance the full video. And here is kind of a teaser shot for the curtain reveal later that we will introduce later in the video. Also to create some extra story, some extra drama in the video. I will show you later how we generated this one, but first I want to invite you, if you want to become the best automotive filmmaker, you want to know exactly how I film cars, how I edit cars, and if you want to join live calls with internet's biggest automotive creators, you can join the #1 automotive filmmakers community. You can try it completely for free. Check the link in the description. And here we added some solid colors for the transitions. So this one I turned it into blue and set it to divide. This one is also blue and is the same. So it's just 2 times the same. Here I added a film burn. Set it to difference. And then here we have another solid color, blue. To get the solid colors, simply go to Effects, Generators, Solid Color, drop it in, and then you can change the color and the settings. That gives us this sequence. For the sound effects, I used a flash effect, flash sound effect, together with a whoosh here, which is from Ocular Sound. It's more of a hit with whoosh. It fits really well here for the transition. And also we made a sort of riser build up towards that shot, which is like a whoosh effect to build it all together. And then we top it off with this hit with people talking in the background. Then here I made a mini edit of this blue Countach here. And then we do the reveal shot of that F40 Ferrari. So to break it down, here I wanted to create some macro shots, which I generated using AI, which I will show you later in the video, together with a film burn that I applied to make it all come together. Without the film burn, it would look like this, just the AI generated shots. And with the film burn, it kind of gives it more that mystery feeling that we are looking for. And then here comes the actual shot of the Ferrari reveal together with another film burn, and we have set the film burn to difference. So this is the actual film burn, and if you change the composite mode, you get this. Okay, then for the sound effects here, we added some to create the tension towards this shot. I added this epic riser from Ocular Sound. Then here we have an ambient impact. This one was with the AI generated clip. And here we have a fast transition also from Ocular Sounds. So all together gives this. Then we move over to the next transition. So here we have the same film burn as this one. And then here what I wanted was to keep the curtain there to transition to our next shot. So what I did here was I simply copied the shot and made it longer. So here is the actual shot. I made it into a compound clip and I masked it out with a magic mask as seen earlier. And then I faded it out just like this, as you can see. Then it kind of reveals this car, which was a good match. Then here I created this mini edit of this Countach here. And if you want to know how I made these see-through effects, I made a full YouTube video covering the exact process. Then for this transition, I first used a non-additive dissolve. So again, you can go to effects, video effects, and just check the one you like, drag it on top. Then I have this shot from the man with the cigar right here. And here you can see that he's already coming in with the white flashes. So what I did here was I copied this clip. I made it longer so we have the frames to work with. And then what I did here was to simply magic mask it out. And then if you go to the color tab, I added the contrast and I lowered the saturation. And here I added the glow effect. And if you want, you can reduce the opacity so it slowly flashes harder. And then you cut the clips up, just like this. And for the sound effects, I simply used a whoosh from Ocular Sounds. And this is what you get. Here I used another simple solid color. So for this transition here, let's start with the first one. We have here the actual car shot, this one. Then I copied it on top and I prolonged it just like this. And here I masked out this part as shown earlier. And then I slowly faded in like this. And that gives us this transition. So first the masked car slowly comes in, faded. And then I fade in the next shot coming in. And the same principle we did for the next transition. So we masked out the logo here. It comes in faded and we fade in the next shot, which is this one. And then here we have another similar tracked speed ramp shot as our intro sequence, which is the exact same thing as this, which is literally just 1, 2, 3 frames long. Here we have the same principle, a speed ramp shot. And then here we have a solid color going into the flag shot right here. Then we have a sequence of the Bugatti here. Then we flash in here. We have our settings to lower opacity. And we fade the solid color in and out to transition. That gives us like this flash effect. And here I have a part of the audio of the actual shot where this man is speaking. Here I have a shot of the man talking. And then here I fade it to black, so I simply copy the clip. And then here I went to the color page. If you reset the node, I simply added some contrast and lowered the saturation. And then I fade in this shot so the black and white slowly comes in. Here I added another few frames of a golf ball being hit because the event was at a golf course. All the luxury cars were on the grass of the actual golf field. So I thought it was pretty appropriate together with this horse that is closing the eye as some sort of end of the video. To generate these shots, I simply went to in video and I generated these shots. So here I just added a reference image saying to use the uploaded image as a reference frame, and then you just give it your own prompt saying that it has to be an f40, and then you want to animate the video, so you bring in your uploaded reference image and then you say create a photorealistic studio image to video shot with no camera movement, and you just explain what's happening. It's as simple as it gets. I did the same for the horse shot. This is for the transitions, so you search for a nice reference image and then you create it into a short clip for your transition. And then I fade it in the text. And if you want to know how I color grade these videos, you can watch this video next.